for a touchdown on their very first
I feel it
possession.
though. You want to keep it in. I understand it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's
I really wanted Nurkic, bro. You traded him. Like, come on, man. Hold on, wait. I think you just got Nurkic, though, didn't you?
Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Yeah, but I think Robert Williams' projection going down.
Watson will bring up the
he probably is.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hell yeah.
Throwing to start the drive. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catch.
Yeah, but that's shit. That's useful, nigga.
Continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve.
Hey, you lost last night?
Charles already trailing by touchdown early.
Oh yeah, I'm about to sweep TK.
To get points out of this drive.
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even
you knew your ass was in the last.
3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride complete. And able to rip off.
Listen, no, he gonna drop it off to that running back, man.
Inside the 40. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
I didn't even mean to click on that nigga, man.
Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Right after one run, been good. And that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. 42's mark, 42's mark. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Check the hungry.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got it to Collins, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Going deep here for Watkins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42. I'm here all day. You got motion, baby. Motion right there. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Here we go. Hey.
The final shot before the break. Watson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And to give this time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He gets away from one. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try the air now with Watson. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver.
Damn, Ray did y'all dirty like that. He said I joined the wrong party.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He said, my bad. I thought I was in a different one.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Bryan, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Watson. Open man there. It's Collins complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. this to make it a two-score game. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a two-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 20. And the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Texans, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3.